JJ O'Mahony was in the communications department and he was in the comms tower with my father on the day of the disaster. It was he who received the Mayday call from Valentia Island.
I just heard this SOS on the Mayday on the radio from Valentia. Shortly after that then we got a message from the base to proceed to the location and, take over as the on-scene commander.
Michael Hickey was working on deck and he was on lookout on the day of the disaster.
I was on lookout anyway. I was on watch at 8 o'clock till 12 and I was on lookout at 11 and someone kept talking to me. I don't know who it was. I wasn't doing my job anyway. But the captain shouted out, he says, Ellis, he says, can you see it in the head? Because I was looking the other direction, like. So at that time we didn't expect nothing to be there ahead of us, like, No one mentioned it about a crashed plane or nothing. We were just going along normal day walking, like, And the next day I put the binoculars to the head and looked ahead and I could see the smoke. As we got closer and closer, then the first thing we saw then was the wheels of the aircraft, and then the bodies started coming up. We just swung into action and got people in the water, the divers, and when the first bodies came on board, and when we lowered that Gemini, the first one on the deck, everyone down there just froze because they didn't expect to see what was inside that Gemini, like, there's about 7 or 8 bodies in it. But 2 people, I always mention their names. One was the P.O. Stewart, Joe Sheridan, and the other guy was Billy Carter, a local lad here, the lead and cook. They were there. Remember Billy and his whites, the whole lot, and Joe was the P.O. Stewart. And we were just standing around looking like we're gonna froze, And the next thing the 2 boys says, come on lads, let's go, let's go, come on, get in. But they were the first people that got into that Gemini and started, as you said, we'll go, Christy, giving the people back their little bit of dignity by putting blankets around them and sheets wrapped up, and because they were all, you can imagine coming down that distance, there was no clothes there, like, ripped apart. But we gave them back their dignity by wrapping them up in sheets.